What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing tonight's game between the Chicago Bulls and Washington Wizards. And of course, if you've seen any video like this in the past or watched a video like this that I've done, of course, you know that this is my Bulls report. So let's get right into the video. The Bulls pretty much, went on. Well, they're coming off their road swing, and it didn't fairly treat them very well. So home cooking, the Bulls were at home tonight and going up against a Washington Wizards team who didn't have Bradley Beal, didn't have Rui Hachimura. So, looking at it in that lens, you like, okay, that gives the Bulls maybe a better chance to win the game. But again, still guys like Kyle Kuzma, Kristaps Porzingis, Will Barton, and other guys, Kispert on their roster, and they're pros, so they're able to, play. The Bulls went out and started Patrick Williams tonight, but I heard things saying when Javonte Green gets healthy, Patrick Williams will go back to the bench. Alex Caruso did start with Zach LaVine, with DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic. And what I honestly wanted to see tonight from the Bulls was more, being assertive and aggressive offensively early, getting back to running, getting back to the things that made them better than a lot of the Eastern Conference a year ago. I get it. Lonzo was gone. But you can still get out and run. You have athletes, Zach LaVine. You have athletes, DeMar DeRozan, who on the wings can be dangerous when given the opportunity to go on fast breaks and run. So I was looking forward to tonight's matchup and seeing how the Bulls looked. I definitely wanted to see how the matchup of Vucevic versus Porzingis looked, because I feel like as far as low post presence and a better low post scorer, that is Vucevic compared to Porzingis. We know Porzingis has the outside inside kind of game. His game flirts around the perimeter, then goes inside. So I was curious to see how that looked from that lens. So to start the game, let's get right into it. To start the game, as I look at my notes, Zach LaVine did hit the first bucket of the game from three, which honestly, that let me know something. Watching him get the lift on his jump shot early, watching him make a three early, it just let me know, okay, this game, Zach LaVine wants to be engaged early. He's not going to allow the flow of the game to come to him. He's going to take the game and have it flow around how he plays. And that was a good thing to see. The Bulls defense looked engaged early, causing a lot of deflections, defensive turnovers, defensive stops. So it looked really good early. But the Wizards did get points in the paint, which, that just attests to guys getting from, perimeter to in front of the rim. I believe in the early parts of the game, the first few buckets from the Wizards was scored in the paint. I believe their first 6 or 8 points, if I'm not mistaken, was scored inside the paint. But again, it wasn't a concern. It was just bothering me at the beginning of the game. But the Bulls did go on an early run and did end up leading by 8 at some point in the first quarter. You seen Vucevic being aggressive inside. Ayo looked very assertive early. And after the first quarter, the Bulls were up 7. Now in the second, when Andre Drummond did get in the game, he was getting in foul trouble very, very early. It just looked like every time either Porzingis or Omnia or somebody from the Wizards went at Andre Drummond, a foul was being called on him. And you seen it was getting to him, because I believe he did get a technical foul called on him tonight. But within the flow of the game, he didn't allow that to completely take him out of his game. He still was able to rebound, cause deflections, attack the basket. Of course, the Bulls second unit with Dragic and things like that. I love the Bulls second unit. I don't think the second unit is the problem. The bench players are the problem. And I feel like once healthy, right? Once healthy and once everybody gets back, or at least Green comes back, the Bulls will have a semblance of a better second unit to go with, the starters. Now, to couple on that, what happened in the second quarter with Drummond, Patrick Williams did look good tonight. You seen him get a few dunks. What I liked about when Patrick Williams was getting the ball, you seen him hit, I believe he hit a floater going to his right at one point, and he got a few dunks. And what I liked most about that is that he was, aggressive enough to do those things. Sometimes Pat will get the ball and he'll be a little timid, looking for DeRozan or looking for Zach. I just want him to go out there and search for his own points at times during the game. But the turnovers in the second quarter were a big issue. The turnovers, man. Every time I looked up, it just seemed like the Bulls were just giving the ball away, whether it would be with lazy passes or bad turnovers or just throwing the ball away. It was one play where DeRozan got the rebound, or the rebound was thrown to DeRozan, and he tried to throw a cross-court pass, and it was stolen. And in my mind, I'm saying, why would you make that pass in that situation where your team, everybody is going up the floor? While everybody's on the other side of the line. You should already just push the ball and get the offense. But the second quarter, you saw a lot of turnovers by Chicago. I believe in the second quarter alone, they did turn the ball over close to 10 times. Now, another thing that I did see in the first half was DeMar DeRozan was not looking like himself, whether it been from the referees not calling enough fouls, whether it was from missed shots, whether it's from defense. He just didn't look like himself in the first half. Now the Bulls were up at the half. Now again in the third, same thing, foul trouble, turnovers and things like that. And that's when the door was basically crept open for the Wizards to allow them to go on a run, get close. You seen Kyle Kuzma being aggressive. You seen Porzingis being aggressive. You just seen overall that the Wizards knew that at that point in the third quarter, that was their best time to get within striking distance of the game, which they did because the Bulls were down 1 after 3. Now the Bulls in the fourth, the early part of the fourth quarter, I was concerned because the Bulls did go down 6 with 8 minutes to go, and that's when I was asking myself, I'm like, okay, I seen what happened in the game versus the Kings. The game was right there for the Bulls to at least be in it late to win, and tonight was no different. You saw Vucevic, DeRozan. Those guys in, and the offense just didn't look good. So granted, when Billy did put in Zach LaVine and Kobe White, that's when things turned over. You seen the three balls, but you seen the timely threes by Zach LaVine. You seen a timely three by Nikola Vucevic. You seen defense by DeMar DeRozan. You seen key rebounding by Vucevic. And ultimately, the Bulls just gutted this win, which, you don't want to, after seeing the Wizards give up 55 to a player like Anthony Davis, you would have liked to see the Bulls at least try to stomp them into the ground early. But ultimately, it didn't happen. DeMar DeRozan did have 27 points tonight. In the fourth quarter, he was very, very key. I mean, he had one play where he hit a big and one. And I feel like that was the jolt that basically gave the Bulls the game tonight. And I'm going to get into some stats. So bear with me as I go, into the stats right now. So as far as the Bulls concerned, again, like I said, DeMar DeRozan did have 27 points, 7 big rebounds, 4 assists. Patrick Williams did have 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Nikola Vucevic with the double-double, 25 and 11. And Zach LaVine with 25, 7 big rebounds. Zach LaVine was rebounding the ball very, very well tonight. and seven rebounds, 5 assists. And that's what you want to see from the big three, right? That's what you want to see from Vucevic, DeRozan, and Levine. They are all capable of putting over 20 points individually. They're all capable of that. It's just the semblance of them doing it every night consistently. If you can get 25 from DeRozan, 25 from Levine, and 20 and 10 from Vucevic, you put yourself in position to be in every basketball game. So the Bulls definitely was able to, exploit some things playing the Wizards tonight. Alex Caruso did have 9 assists, 5 points, 4 rebounds. Ayo Dosunmu, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Kobe White came in and delivered on some big shots, 6 points for him. Derrick Jones Jr., who almost had a poster, did have 2 points tonight. Andre Drummond, because of the personal fouls, he did have 5 fouls. Did put in 4 points and 3 rebounds. But ultimately, the Bulls did win tonight. At the final score was 115 to 111. It was tug and pull, man. It was tug and pull. But again, like I said, ultimately the Bulls did pull out tonight's win. What more could you ask for? After that road trip, the Bulls do not play again until Saturday night, and that's versus the Mavericks, and that will be a home game at 8 p.m. Of course, I will be tuning in. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about tonight's game. Did you guys enjoy the game? Bulls fans, Wizards fans. And I will be making a video about rumors that have been swirling around the Bulls lately, basically depending on, their record and things like that, and what analysts and naysayers about the NBA and things like that feel like the Bulls should do going forward with this season. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.